Hello. In this video, I will go through the process of configuring a character to follow a zone path. I am using the same project as in the previous zone graph videos. I will use the pig that comes with the animal variety pack available for free from Fab or the Epic Marketplace. There is also the African animal free pack that you have seen in use in the previous video. I will have links below to them. First, I am going to project settings to set up the lanes and tag. If you have this set up already, you can skip ahead. You can open project settings from the edit menu at the top of the editor. Search for zone graph or scroll down on the left under engine to find it. Add a tag for the character of your choice. I am changing the color to purple by clicking on the current color box. Name it and go up to lane profiles and click the plus sign to add one. Expand it and give it a name. Add 2 lanes. Set them so the only tag is for your character and make one of the directions backwards. All done in project settings. I need to set my existing graph to the new animal. I am going to select all descendants of the folder I made and change the tag and lane profile to pig. As a side note, if you ever do change lane profiles, be sure after that none of your connections broke. In the content browser, navigate to the folder with your characters. Once in the folder, right-click and create a new blueprint. Make it a character class and name it something appropriate like BP_pig and open it. First, we will add the character's skeletal mesh. I'm going back to the content browser and clicking on the skeletal mesh to highlight it. Now back in the blueprint, when I click on Add in the Components tab, it sees skeletal mesh with the name of my mesh, and I select it. You could always add a blank skeletal mesh and then assign it a mesh from the Details panel. I have some duplicate assets, and clicking and adding the way I did it helps me not select the wrong one. With your character's mesh added, lower it to -88 to -90 with the Z location. The feet should be at the bottom of the capsule. You will have to see how it looks when they walk to know if it needs adjusting. Then rotate the Z-axis -90 degrees so your character is facing the same direction as the light blue arrow. I save often in case I crash. Back to the content browser where your new blueprint is. We need to create an animation blueprint. Right-click, Animation, Animation Blueprint. Pick the skeleton of your character. I add ABP_ in the front of the name. Open it up, and in the bottom right, on the Asset Browser tab, you will see all animations associated with the skeleton. Find the one that says Walk and drag it onto the anim graph, just to the left of the output pose. With the animation still selected, search for Loop in the Details panel and check it. Then connect the nodes, compile and save. With the new animated blueprint selected, go to the Character Blueprint and select the Character's Mesh in the Components tab. In the Details panel under Animation, the mode needs to be Use Animation Blueprint, and the class is the animated blueprint we just made. If it is highlighted, click the arrow, or search for it in the list. Compile and save. If you did it right, the character will appear to be walking. Back to the content browser where you have your new blueprints. Right-click and go to Artificial Intelligence and then State Tree. Select mass behavior as the schema and name the new file. Mine is sd_pig. Open it. Select root at the top. Then click Add State. Name it Wander and keep it selected. We need to add 2 tasks. Click the plus sign twice to add 2. Expand the first one. In the pull-down menu, select ZG Find Wander Target. Expand it. Then expand the allowed animation tags, and for any tag, select your character's tag. In the next task, select ZG Path Follow. Expand it, and click on the Bind pull-down menu. Click ZG Find Wander Target, and then Wander Target Location. Under Transitions, click the plus sign to add one. It doesn't need to be edited. Compile, save, and close. Back to the content browser. We need another file. Right-click and go to Miscellaneous and then Data Asset. Type in Mass into the search window to pick a class, and select Mass Entity Config Asset. I named mine DA_pig. Open it up. Leave parent alone and add 11 traits. I don't think anyone knows with 100% certainty exactly what is needed. Mine might vary from others, but it works. First, trait 0, assorted fragments. Expand and add 3 fragments. Agent radius fragments, transform fragment, and mass actor fragment. Trait 1, crowd member. Trait 2, crowd visualization. Expand it. What I am about to do will cost more hardware power. It will force Unreal to use the best quality character even if it is barely visible. Set high and low res template actor to your character's blueprint. Expand params and uncheck keep low actors and keep actor extra frames. Expand LOD representation. If you can spare the horsepower, set low, medium, and high to high res bond actor. Trait 3, Zone Graph Navigation. Expand. Expand navigation parameters and lane filter. Set any tag to your character's tag. Trait 4, Avoidance. Trait 5, Movement. Trait 6, Navigation Obstacle. Trait 7, Steering. Trait 8, LOD Collector. Trait 9, Smooth Orientation. Trait 10, State Tree. Expand. Assign the state tree you made for your character. Save and close. Go back to your character blueprint and click Add and search for Mass Agent and select it. With Mass Agent selected, in the Details panel under Entity Config, we need to add 3 traits: Agent Capsule Collision Sync, Agent Movement Sync, and Agent Orientation Sync. Expand them. The Agent Capsule Collision Sync needs the sync direction set to actor to mass. The other 2 need to be set to mass to actor. In the Components tab, select Character Movement. In the Details tab, search for max walk and set the max walk speed to 125. It varies for each character, but walk is usually around there. Okay, your character is now configured to use a zone graph. Be sure you built your zone graphs. Go to your level and add a mass spawner to your level and leave it selected. In the Details panel, expand spawn. For the count, add a number of characters to be spawned. I'm picking 30 for my test. Next, click the plus sign to add an entity type. Expand it and select the data asset we created as the entity config. Now click the plus sign to add a spawn data generator. Expand generator instance and select zone graph spawn points generator. Expand that and expand zone graph generator config. Then expand tag filter. Set any tag to your character's tag. All done. Go and test it out. If everything went as planned, you have characters wandering. Oink oink. I hope you found this helpful.